Hello guys, welcome to CS Tech Solution. Today is learn a git command. Version controls in fourth topic as a Bitbucket and git repositories with Jira's integrations. And first topics is repositories management and Bitbucket CLI command. First is Bitbucket repo and create as a repositories names, and the definition is create a new repositories in a Bitbucket's account, and example as a Bitbucket repo, and create and the repositories name to write and the my project. Output as a repositories, and the repositories names is create as successful, and URL is give the repositories as the https colon the double slash bitbucket.org and slash the username slash the my project. Second is a Bitbucket repo list. So the display all the repositories in a Bitbucket's account, and the example is a Bitbucket repo and a list. As a output as all the repositories list as to show as a my project website and apps and test repo, and third is the Bitbucket's repo and the delete and the repositories name as delete the existing repositories in permanently, and example as a Bitbuckets and repo and delete as a test repo. So the output is, are you sure you want to has to delete the test repo? Yes, otherwise has to no, and yes has to clicks, and the repositories and the repositories names as a test repo is a delete as successfully message as give the output. And fourth is the Bitbuckets repo and the clown and the repositories URL to write, and the definition is create a local copy of the remote repositories on your the computers, and the example as a Bitbucket and repo and clown, and the repositories URL to gives at the https colon the double slash bitbucket dot org slash the username slash my project, and the object is a clowning into my project, and remote as counting the object is a 10 is done, and the receiving object is a 100%, 10 divided 10 in accounts, and the done this three line to give the output. And fifth is Bitbucket repo frog and the repositories name to write, and the definition is create a personal copy of the another user's repositories under your the accounts, and the example as Bitbucket's repo frogs and the original project, and the output is frogging the repositories in the original project, and the repositories frogged as successful, and new URLs is https colon the double slash bitbucket.org slash the username slash original project is a new repositories name to write using this command. And C6 is a Bitbucket repo and update as a repository's name, and the definition is update the repository settings such as the name, descriptions, and the visibilities etc. So as a Bitbucket repo and update as a my project, and double hyphen as a descriptions, and double underscore double quotes inside the update the project as the repositories, and double quotes overs, and the output is a repositories as a my project is updated successfully, and the description is updated the project as a repo. Second topic is a branch management and the Bitbucket CLI command, and first is the Bitbucket branch create and the branch name, and the definition is create a new branch in a repositories, and this is the usually used to develop a new features or as a fix the bugs and the separately from main branches, and example as a Bitbucket branch and the create the features logging, and output is a branch as a features loggings and create a successfully, and switch to the branch and the features logging. And second is the Bitbuckets branch list. So the display all the branch available in current repositories, and the example as a Bitbuckets branch list to write, and output is all the branch list as to gives as a main as a develop, and the features loggings and the bug fix headers, and indicates the correctly active the branches. Third is a Bitbucket branch delete and the branch name. So the delete the existing branch from the repositories, and the example is a Bitbucket branch as a delete the features logging, and the output is a branch features in logging, and delete the successfully. Another topics is the pipeline management and the Bitbucket CLI command. And first is the Bitbucket pipeline as a run, and the definition is trigger. Trigger means as a start a new pipeline from the current repositories. Example is a Bitbucket pipelines and run, and the output is a pipelines as triggered as successfully, and the pipeline ID is to show as a 1024, and the status as a running. Second is a Bitbucket pipeline list, and de definition is a display all the pipeline for the repositories and include their status, and the example as a Bitbucket pipelines, and the list as to write, and the output is the ID branch status and the durations as to show the output, and the status is running branches and the success and the fail and all as there in a pipeline list. And third is the Bitbuckets pipeline stop and the pipeline ID, and definition is stop the currently running pipelines using the IDs, and example as a Bitbuckets pipelines and stop and the pipeline ID to write as a 1024, and the simple output as stopping the pipelines in 1024, and the pipelines 1024 is stopped at successfully, and the status has stopped. And fourth is a Bitbucket pipelines rerun and the pipeline ID to write, and the definition is rerun the previously executed pipelines, and the example as a Bitbucket pipeline and rerun the 1022, and output is running the pipelines as a rerunning the pipelines as a 1022, and a new pipelines IDs is a 1025, and the status is a running. Thank you guys to watch the videos. Please subscribe the channel, on the notification and bell icon. Thank you so much guys to watch the videos in CS Tech.